actually got offered the movie. I was lucky enough I didn't audition for it. So when it came my way, it was, I think I had just finished, I can't remember which, Undercover Brother or something. That was, whatever I did, I remember being in the complete opposite. And I thought, okay, this will be fun. It's different. It's, I love the camaraderie of the women and being able to work also with female actresses. And I actually liked that Valentine was kind of a mix between, I liked that Scream had some humor into it for how scary some horror movies are. There was a little bit of humor to soften some of the deaths. So that's what I liked about it. And it was a great ensemble and it was a different concept. So I thought it would be fun. All the women, young women, were very strong, and I thought we were really good role models, and we were all very different. And also because the director, Jamie Blanks, who I was a fan of off of Urban Legend especially, it was very appealing to me to do. Jamie was so great with all of us, and I think because our characters each were very different from each other, that they were really well written, and he really wanted us to make it our own. And we had hair and makeup tests, and each of us were very different, and we each brought our own personality and our own envision of what we thought each character would be. There's usually always part of each actor in every character, and Paige was someone who was fun, sexy, had, I think, one of the best death scenes ever in a horror movie. And that was something that was also on the script too, keeping it about friendships and strong young women. And if you're going to do a horror movie, you have to care about the characters. Otherwise, who cares if they get killed? So, I wanted to bring as much as I could to the character Paige. She was so fun and colorful and sexy and vampy and strong that I wanted to, honor that and bring something to that so that, when things do happen, the audience feels an emotion, and that's part of, making movies. I love acting. I love working on sets and meeting new actors and actresses and making it, a collaborative project. And I think all of us right away instantly formed a bond with each other. We were all there. We all stayed in the same hotel. Easy to get along with. So that's always so much fun too when you work with different people and you can right away form chemistry with each other and form good friendships. David Boreanaz was really great with all of us. The poor guy had a lot of estrogen around him, and he handled us all very well. I thought the speed dating scene, when I read that, I did not understand it because I thought, who in the heck would do this? I thought it was a little odd, and I didn't get it. But I went with it, obviously, because it was the part I was playing. And now times have changed.
Detective Vaughn, please remove your hand from my thigh.
All right. Where would you like me to put it?
How about up your ass?
Well, I tried to make the character because she could be the character that you hate and don't like. And I think that even sometimes those characters can be likable. And, I try to do my best to also have a sense of humor about different things and hopefully bring that to the role. Well, I think that message of being a woman and standing up for yourself, whether it was back then or now, is really important. And I think if, the younger generation coming up watches that movie, they'll be inspired by young women taking a stand and standing up for themselves. So I think it's important, now and back then too. I actually like really crazy death scenes because it's fun to do. Because I'm always curious, how are they going to shoot this? And I've died quite a few times on film. So each time I'm like curious, and I'm always amazed how we're able to pull it off because it's a crazy death scene. But if I think too much about it, I can't overanalyze stuff like that, especially when water's involved. And so I just, a lot of times, don't even want to fully rehearse stuff like that. We just kind of block it out rather and talk about what we're going to do, because I'd rather that and then when we full on do it, just try to go all out. And you have to have a lot of trust in the actor that you're doing scenes with like that, because, things can go sideways very quickly, even though there's a crew around. But it's mostly having trust in who you're working with and just open communication. And but stuff like that, I just kind of like to walk it through and then when we roll, just go all out for it. My kids have asked me about horror movies and filming them, and they say, "Oh, it must be so scary." It's actually funny, and we laugh in between takes, and because it's so silly. We're like being paid to act like kids, to be honest with you, and it's it's fun. We have to have a sense of humor. It's not super serious, and we like to have fun on set. This was such Jamie put together an amazing cast. We had so much fun working together. There were a lot of laughs in between takes doing some of these silly, crazy death scenes that, we wanted to have a sense of humor about them. That's what's so great working with a director who really has a strong point of view and wants to make it good it was a collaboration, and he also wanted us to be comfortable with, especially a lot of the scenes that we're doing. And there was a scene where I had to pour hot wax on a guy, and he wanted me to be really comfortable with that, and he handled everything, I think, very gracefully and tastefully, but still was able to bring the element where it's scary and there's the horror part of it. But it's always fun when you work with a director that is very passionate about the project, because that makes us all excited to be there, and let's make each scene super cool and really great and have fun with it. It's always, first of all, I love premieres. Like, I love getting my hair and makeup done and then doing the red carpet and all that, but sitting there with an audience, we all had a really good time and had fun, though, at the premiere. And it was, Jamie was so excited. I loved it. I thought he did such a great job, and being able to have the audience care about the characters and invest in them. And then, because it's a fine line of trying to bring the horror aspect, but also make it fun and fashionable and glossy and really pretty. I think anytime you're in a movie where different generations watch it and something becomes a cult classic or timeless or whatever, it's all, I feel very grateful and very flattered to be a part of it. Whenever I do a movie, and Valentine included, I forget a lot of times when I watch it or hear about certain things. I remember what was going on personally. Like, you even asked me questions about it. I remember us all hanging out and going to dinners, and Jessica Capshaw and I, we had our dogs there together, and different moments, the personal moments that make it, I think, brings a lot of chemistry and personality to the characters and with each other. So it brings back a lot of fond memories thinking about the cast personally and different things that we did on set and off set. So it was definitely a great moment. Different people will comment on Wild Things. I usually know they're straight. And then the ones that come up to me and say, they love Drop Dead Gorgeous, I could tell they're probably gay guy. Not to generalize, but if they love Rebecca Ann Lehman and all that stuff. And Valentine's a mix. And then, Starship Troopers is a mix too. So I don't know. I'm just really grateful to be part of a movie that's in the genre of horror films. And I, grew up watching Friday the 13th and Halloween, and I even watched The Shining when I wasn't supposed to. I was too little, but I watched it anyway. So to do something that has resonated with a lot of people and still does, I'm, very excited that I was part of that film.